guys, wanted to pop on here really quick, show you the things that I made this week because they're going to be going to market with me tomorrow. I did have 2 orders for Wednesday and 1 order for a raccoon at the last craft market. They're going with me tomorrow to the other one so that the people that ordered them can have them. So I got those done, or almost done. 98% done. I got a couple little things I got to get done tonight on them. This one is essentially done. The only thing I need to do is I want to put a clear rubber band on the braid. I just have a piece of yarn tied around it right now, and I know it's chenille, so it's going to fluff big time. So I want to take that off and just put a clear little rubber band on it. You know, those little tiny like baby hair rubber bands that you can get in clear. You can get like 100 of them at the Dollar Tree. I need to grab some of those. But here's my Wednesday. She's about a foot tall. She's a pretty good girl. Pretty big girl. Yeah. It's her little nose. Her braids. So this was the first one I made. And on this one I made it so her leg kind of comes out across the top of her sock. Second one, I don't know what I was doing. I totally missed that, and she does not have any leg showing. Her sock goes right up to her panties. So they are a little different. I think I just missed those 2 rows because she's also a little bit shorter. So I think I just missed those 2 rows completely. I was working on it, like I said, like I always am, late at night at work. And I think I just totally bypassed those 2 rows altogether. But this is my pattern. I made this pattern myself. She is all no-sew. The only thing you need to sew on is the head cap if you decide to sew it on. I don't. I generally just hot glue mine on. That way there's no shifting anywhere. It's all tight. But I think she came out really, really good. She doesn't need to be lint rolled big time. She will have 2 buttons right here, but I forgot to put them on when I made it. So I'm just using 2 black like 8mm or 12mm eyes, and I'm just going to hot glue them in there. So there is Wednesday number 1. So here is Wednesday number 2. And you can see on this one I did remember to put the buttons in. Well, you can kind of almost see them. Not really, but again, she needs her hair braid thingies in it. I have not glued her wig on yet, so it's still loose. I changed the way I did the bangs a little bit on this one. I like it better than the first one. I haven't put her face, you know, her eyebrows and that kind of stuff on yet. But you can see she has no leg above. So her legs are a little bit shorter than the other ones. I did add the white trim to the sleeve on this one, which I like a lot better, and I changed the collar a little bit. So here are the 2 side by side. You can see the collar looks a little better on the smaller one. The bangs look better on this one. But she is shorter. Quite a bit shorter. Super cute though. And I like the addition of the white on the sleeve. The color I used for her skin was the marshmallow. And then just white and black, obviously. So after I got the 2 Wednesdays done, look at the difference in their faces too. This one's got a nice round face, and this one's a little more oblong. Exactly the same pattern. Which I don't know if it's the way I stuffed it or what, but I find this one to be much cuter than this one. But again, this was my first one. So I'm sure as I go and I tweak, they'll change. Thought about putting ears in, but they'd be right under her braid anyway, so I didn't bother. But yeah, she still like I said, she still needs her eyebrows, and but she's almost done. She's getting there. She'll be done soon. Alright. So after I made 2 Wednesdays, excuse me, the other order was for a raccoon. So this is the raccoon I made. This is from a pattern I bought, but I did not write it down, so I will have to try to remember to put it in at the end of this video. But isn't he so cute? I think he's just adorable. He would make a cute snuggler too, because you know he's got that nice long body. You could actually leave the fill out and make him a snuggler. But his big fat raccoon tail. Everything on this one is sewed into the round, including the ears. So this is a no-sew. Pretty cute. And it was really, really quick. Yeah. The head is worked front to back. You start with the nose, and you work and you finish it off in the back, so the ears get put right into the round. I did put them in the wrong round though. They were supposed to go back a row. Oh well. Such is life, right? But he's a good size too. He's at least a foot tall. Really cute. I love the eyes. I just think he's precious. So there's the raccoon for the order that I had. And then that was it for the orders. So I wanted to make Enid to go with Wednesday. So I used the same pattern that I used, my pattern, same one that I used for the second Wednesday. Excuse me. And I think she came out so cute. I just love her. So there's my Enid. Isn't she cute? My yellows, this is the yellow parfait, and this is the yellow parfait, but it's from two different orders. So this one is a little bit lighter than this one, but I don't care. I'm keeping her anyway. I'm not selling her. The shirt is ballet pink, ballet slipper, and bubble gum. And this is one of those floral print ones. I don't remember what they're called, but it's Premier's little floral printed one. This is just blue or light blue, and again the ballet slipper or ballet pink. And some white in here for her soles of her shoes and her socks. And then I made her hair cap just a little, well, I made the cap part of course the same as I did for Wednesdays, and then I just kept adding hair strands until I got back around again. I wanted to make sure I added some pink and blue, but my granddaughter said I should have done pink, blue, because her hair is not on both sides like that. It's both colors are on each side, if you know what I mean. But she's not quite done yet either. I have to glue her wig cap on still, which is why I've got all these little strands still sticking up, because I have not gone back and cleaned it up and glued it on. And give her some eyebrows. And I did blush her cheeks up. I don't know if you can really see it too well in this camera, but I did blush her cheeks up because she likes color. Enid is a colorful girl. And that's my Enid. Alright. And the only other thing I got accomplished was this little monster, which I have not got his face on him yet because I don't know yet if this is the face I'm going with. This is made out of rose. And the sticks are sticking out of his face because that's where I rest my lips, my mouth, until I decide if I'm going with it or not. His eyes are, at the moment, these little felt ones that are two different colors, and one points up and one points down the pupil, just to give him the really goofy look. I don't know if it's going to stay there long enough for me to turn him around. You see this one's purple, and this one's pink. This one points down, that one points up. And I think it's cute, but I don't know if it's what I'm going to go with it yet or not. This was a boo-boo mouth I bought, and I just cut it down. I'm not sure yet. I do like it. Oh, there goes his eyeballs. I think he's really cute, but I don't know. We'll see. Super cute, though. So that's all my makes for this week before I go to market. A lot of this stuff will be gone tomorrow, so I wanted to get in now and show you it before I went. So I will catch you guys a little later. Hi guys, it's Sha Marie. Back. Thank you for joining me, or joining me again. I know it's been a little bit since the last time I was on, so it's been a little over a week, almost 2 weeks now. But I've been really busy. And I've been really busy crocheting as well. I do have quite a few things to show you today. I don't have the creators of everything written down, so I'm going to just fill all that in right at the end instead of doing it as I go. But I will show you what I made and talk about it a little bit. And I have a craft fair tomorrow that is at a horse rescue ranch. So in the theme of horses and in the theme of upcoming Halloween, I kind of worked on items to go along those lines. So I'll show you the first thing I made. And this is to go along the line of horses. Isn't he precious? Just look at that little face. And I painted the eyes. He is just adorable. Look how big he is. I have to lean way back just to get him all on the screen. Absolutely beautiful. I just love him. His little tail. I think he's so sweet. I think he came out really, really good. Hope you guys like it too. Like I said, I'll tell you who created it, the pattern at the end, but this is a paid for pattern. I did buy this one. I've had it in my collection for a bit now. Looking for the right occasion to make it because it is a little bit hefty. I'm going to put 65 on this. We'll see. Stands really well. Bear with me while I move the camera a bit. So you can see him there standing. He stands really, really well. It's very sturdy. It's a wonderful pattern too. You make all 4 legs and then you connect it. And let's get my camera right again. And you connect it and then you work up the body and you make the head separately, and then you attach here 24 stitches in a ring, or 26. Then you work back up, you stuff that, and then you just sew the head to that little neck piece. It really is not that complicated. This is Bernat Parfait Chunky yarn. This is the chocolate toffee, and this is just something I grabbed at Walmart. I didn't want to do it with the Premier or the chenille yarns because of the shed factor, so these are just regular why is the word totally Angora yarn, I believe it was. Aran is the word I'm looking for. It is Aran yarn. I tell you, I have not had coffee yet this morning, so that's my excuse. It's not that I'm just a ding-a-ling. So, I didn't make just one. I made 2. Because, you know, you gotta have 2. How cute is that? Tell me that's not so stinking cute. They are supposed to have a bridle on them that you just make with ribbon. I don't think I'm going to bother with it. So cute. I gave this one some little bluish eyes. Look at the little nostril bumps. Can't see it as well on this one. Got it. I keep changing my position in here trying to find the right spot. Right now I'm kind of centered between two windows, one on this side, one on this side, which actually seems to be working pretty well. I'm not getting as much glare on my glasses. But yeah, how adorable is that? So like I said, 65 on these. Probably should go higher, but I just don't think I can get it in my market. I really don't, sadly. Okay, that is it for those. I did want to try my hand at a snake. So I made one snake. He's pretty long. And this is just a variegated brunette that I got at Walmart. Oh, it's got a little heart on him. I didn't even notice that when I made it. That's so cute. Created a little heart. Oh my goodness. Too cute. Okay. Yeah, so just nothing special here. Just a snake. Again, a bought pattern that I had in my stash. Needed to use up. Or use. So he's pretty adorable, I think. And this is a free pattern on Instagram. Here's the potion bottles. How cute is that? With his little cork stopper. His little face. I did put cheeks on this one. The other ones I put cheeks on. I do have a couple more in here I'm going to show you. So there's my purple. And if I can get to the other ones without having to create a mess. Oh, nope, I created a mess. Oh well. So I get this kind of teal. Again, these are all Premier Parfait Chunky. White, toffee. This one I think was the Lagoon. This one is the Iris. And this one is the Pistachio. It's funny because I follow the same pattern and yet every one of them comes out a little different. I thought this had that goblin-y, greeny, Frankenstein kind of potion look to it. So I'm selling these for $15 each. They're pretty good sized. Really, really quick to make. Really quick. It's so cute. Just so cute. Free pattern on Instagram. You can't beat that. Gotta love a good free pattern. And I was watching Robin from Knotting Hook Crochet. I think it's her channel. Please excuse my hair. I just crawled out of bed. From Knotting Hook Crochet. And she was doing this little blue tiger from K-Pop Demon Hunters, and I just thought he was so cute. This is bright green frog crochet. I do remember this one. So I immediately bought the pattern and I immediately tried my hand at making one. Not only did I make one, but I made two. How cute. How cute with his little tongue. The color's not coming in very well here. And these are just foil back discs from, you know, that come with your eyes when you buy them. This is blue, just blue, I think. Black and cream. And belly slipper. Or belly pink, whatever they call it. He is so cute. So I made two. I've already sold one. I was working on it at work. And two women came in, guests, checking in. So I was checking them in and I set it aside. And they were talking for a minute. And one of the girls, the one that wasn't doing the check-in part, the other that just spit it out, Shamari. She was just with her. I kept kind of like peeking over the desk to see what I was doing. Finally she said, "What are you working on?" And I pulled it up and showed it to her. And she went, "Oh my God, do you sell those?" I said, "Yeah, I do." She's, "How much?" First thing that came out of my mouth, $15. She's like, "I'll buy it." So she bought it off me right there at work. She came back, they stayed for 3 days, so she came back the next day with money for me, and I had it done by that point, because like I said, I was still working on it, but And then I made another one right afterwards, and I have no doubt he will sell as well. They're just so cute. There's no sew. You make the tail first, and then you work it in as you go. And the ears are attached. I did my ears differently because I didn't understand her pattern very well. I hate to say, I'm sure it's a me thing, but I just didn't understand it, so I just created my own ears. And I actually like them better. They're a little bigger. How cute, though. He's so stinking cute. So yeah, I guess I'm selling these for $15. Then on Instagram, I saw a picture of squids for Halloween. And I have a squid pattern that's the exact same pattern, I would say, because mine came out exactly the same as the picture I saw. And I just followed their color schemes because I wasn't going to buy another squid pattern that's the same as one I already have. Not made of money. And I am fairly smart, so I can, look at it and say, yes, that's the same pattern I already have, and create the same thing. But I did this little zombie squid. My pattern for squids has the little spoon tentacles here. It has one on each side. I don't know that the other one did, but I just made it according to the pattern that I have. Oh, it's a bot pattern. Again, I will show that one at the end. But I thought it came out really, really cute. I'd have never thought of making them into different themed things like this. I mean, so I do appreciate that, that was posted on Instagram and I got to see it and come up with that. And then they have the candy corn one, and I just gave it a little wonky mouth just for the fun of it. Like, somebody's going to eat him, The color's not showing up as good on this one. So that one there was cardinal and pistachio. This one is the yellow, not the bright yellow, the sunshine yellow, just yellow. This one is maize, and then, of course, the white. Light's starting to come through the window more, so my colors are starting to fade on me a bit here, but and it was number 2. And then I did the Frankenstein one, and I added bolts to mine just to make it even more Frankenstein-ish. How cute. I added little hair pieces here, and I added the bolts. But he's got his little, and there's little purple tentacles. And I think I'm charging, I think I'm going to charge $25 for these. I don't know, 20 or 25. But I think he's really sweet. He's got little yellow, almost jaundicey looking rings on his eyes. But I love him. I think he's so cute. And then the last one is a ghost. And I think this was a ghost. I don't know. They had some black with it and stuff. And I'm not, some of the tentacles were black. It had black here. I think it was supposed to be a ghost. I just did mine white. And I gave him some really big black eyes. And a black oval eye to make his little ooh mouth. And I just did him all white. And I think he's adorable. I think that he's super cute. Yeah. It's been a busy few days here for me. So another pattern I worked on was these. I saw this one on a video too, and I honestly cannot right at this moment remember what the video was. And I'm trying to find the other one because I started off making them with Premier Parfait Chunky, and they were coming out, they're cute, really cute, but very small. So here it is in the Premier Parfait Chunky. This is the first one I made, and they're just these little caterpillars in a leaf. How cute are those? And he comes out. So we have this adorable little caterpillar. And these are all Premier Parfait Chunky, Marigold, Teddy Bear, I want to say, Acorn, or one of the new fall colors. Whoops, it should help if I hold it up. One of the new fall colors, but I can't remember. Chestnut? Maybe it's chestnut. And then Cardinal. So there's this really cute little interactive toy that goes with the, I think this one is the acorn or maple, I'm not sure. Again, one of the new colors. It goes with the little leaf that he can slide into and stay nice and snug. But that was the first one I made, and then here in Maine, and I don't know where else, but I'm sure probably other places, we have these little caterpillars in the fall that are black on one end and black on the other end, and then they kind of a brownish yellow in the middle, and they're fuzzy. We call them woolly worms. So I made a little woolly worm. And I have not made him a leaf. Don't know if I even will. I got fuzzies on him still. I had to clean him up a little bit. That's my little woolly worm. Super cute. And after that, I was like, those are adorable, but that's a lot of work to, like, what, $15 for that size, if that. Very small. So I switched to the Premier Parfait I can't think of it. The chunkier one. Anyway, Basics? Oh, Basics XL. That's what it is. It's a Basics XL. And it's way bigger. I mean, look at the size difference here. Big, big difference in size. So I made this one in the variegated with a little green worm, caterpillar, and he's so fuzzy, he's so cute. Okay, so we get this cute little green one, and then I made kind of a, I can't remember what this color was called. This one here I think was tropical or Caribbean. That's Caribbean. And the green is just one of their variegateds. I don't remember. So this one I made variegated, and I think it's mauve. Might be mauve. And then I made his leaf in the same, the mauve. So we have a little caterpillar peeking out. So that's 2 and 3. I'm picking stuff off these like crazy because they've been sitting on the shelf in my house, and the cat comes in with crud all over him from being in the woods. Isn't it cute? I made this one last night at work. I don't remember what this one's called either. Isn't that awful? I should remember these things, but. And then I just did the little caterpillar. He's all variegated. He's pink, green, and that same kind of purpley tone. Oh, and some white. How cute. I think these will sell well, and I think I'm going to charge $22 for these. Pretty cute, huh? I love this pattern. And it works up really, really, really quick, surprisingly. It actually worked up quicker using this yarn than it did using this yarn. I don't know why, but it did. And it's done with half double crochets, so your rows are really quite big anyway. So there's 3 of those. And then I bought those little boxes from an Etsy seller that have the little picket fence and the pumpkin, the little sayings. And I printed off a dozen of them and put them together with cardstock. And I made a little keychain spider. To put in it. I did keychain ghosts. I think I'm going to charge $8 for these. And I have 4 of each one from my dozen boxes I made. I think the saying on that one was the same as the other one, but there are different sayings. And then my other ones are little candy corns. So the ghosts and the candy corns are all the same. All 4, each 4 of them are the same. My spiders I did in different colors. And when I dumped my bag, I dumped everything right on the floor here. So I haven't put fangs on the black spider yet because I gotta find my white so I can do it. But my red spider with his little black fangs. And these I just free-handed last night sitting at work. And a little, I think it's the maze. It looks really different on camera than it does in my hand here, though it looks really yellow there and orange here. Not really sure why. Yeah, and still, it really looks yellow there. Totally 2 different colors between what I'm seeing in my hand and what I'm seeing on the screen. But anyway, and my little spider. So I have 3 spiders right now because I haven't made another color yet. I haven't decided what color I want to make. I think maybe purple. I don't know. But I think they're really cute. So I got those. And the candy corns. And the ghosts. And that'll be my 12 of those. So I think that's plenty. And that is really it for right now. In total, I think I made, if I count each of my candy corns and my spiders and all them individually, that's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 things. Not too bad. With my 2 horses at $65 a piece, that's $130 worth of inventory right there. And a dozen of these at $8 a piece, and then just throw in the caterpillars at $22. I think it's pretty good a haul of inventory for this craft fair. In addition to my glasses, I just realized leave a shadow right here. I really don't have a unibrow. It's a shadow from my glasses. See? It's not a unibrow, I promise. It looks kind of bad. Anyway, stupid things that come out of my mouth. Oh, you just never know. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to end this right here. I'm going to go take a shower because I need to run to town and do some errands. And then I'm going to come back and probably finish this off with all of the names of all these little creatures. Names of the creators of these creatures. And decide if I'm going to end it here afterwards or if I'm going to add the craft fair tomorrow to it. Probably will end up ending it here and then add the craft fair to... I don't know. I'll figure it out later. I need to go take a shower and I need to go have some coffee. I'll be back though. Bye guys. Well, I'm back. It is an entirely different day. I did not get back to things the way I planned. It has actually been 5 days, I think. I'm not even sure. I had a market. I did the Raining Hope Ranch market. Did not sell the 2 horses. I was really, really hoping I would. Had a couple of people look at them, but nobody bought. So yeah. So this video is going to be a little bit of a collaboration of my Mossman Park, excuse me, Mossman Park Fair at Searsport and the Raining Hope Ranch one, to kind of catch up on everything that I've fallen behind on. So what did I sell at the Mossman Park one in Searsport? I sold the giraffe that I made for the Instagram challenge, and I sold him for $20. That is on Instagram, and all of the things that I sold from Instagram are listed, who made them, in the video that I did that was the Instagram challenge video. I did sell my strawberry kitty, which is just a little kitty, the ball, and he looks like a strawberry with the straight tail. I have the blueberry one that matches it. That was also from Instagram. They came, like, both of them together as a free Instagram. One was a little strawberry kitty, one was a little blueberry kitty. I sold the strawberry one. I still have the blueberry one. I sold the Enid. Did not sell the Wednesdays. The 2 orders that I had for them never showed up. So I never sold them the Wednesdays. So I still have 2 Wednesdays, but I sold the Enid. I don't believe the little girl that bought it even had a clue it was Enid. She just liked the colors. I sold one little leggy frog on a keychain that I should go back and tell you the prices. The strawberry kitty I sold for $20. The Enid I sold for $35. The little leggy frogs I sell for $5 in my little $5 bin. It was made with acrylic yarn, and it's very, very small. I sold my gold dragon that I made from the, what's her name? Jenna, Crochet by Jenna. Her dragon, from the 4th Wing series. I sold that. And I sold him for $35. Should have charged more, I know, but I sold that standing Vaporeon that I showed you a couple of videos back. That was a free video, a free Instagram pattern. The standing Vaporeon. I sold him for $25. I sold my strawberry bunny, the one that I made that's my own bunny with the removable strawberry hat and overalls. I sold him for $35. And I sold my head wig, which I don't know if I've ever shown you guys my head wig. I've had it for quite a while before I even started doing tutorials, videos, whatever you want to call what I'm doing. It's not a tutorial, obviously. But anyways, he's a tall head wig. He stands probably about 14 inches tall. He's quite big. And I sold him for $35. So that brings my total up. I did not add anything up. So 20, 40, 75, 80, 90, 150, 130. $215, if I'm doing math in my head correctly. I made $215 off that one, which isn't bad. My spot was $30, so. And when you buy the spot at Mossman Park, you buy it for the year. So any event they have, you get to go, which is really cool. Of course, I haven't had any other events, so it's been just that one. But anyways, that's not so bad. I did okay on that one. And let me see, what else have I got here? I did tell you that I would try and tell you who the other ones were made by. And if I can find my stuff, I will. Okay. So So Cuddles the Caterpillar is made by Crochet by Chelsea. The pattern for that is Crochet by Chelsea. The blue turkey blue turkey. The blue derpy tiger is by Green Frog Crochet. The crochet horse is just called Crochet Horse Toy, and it's by Anastasia Oreshko, Oreshko, Oreshko. The squid that I used, the pattern that I used to make my zombie squid and candy corn squid, and it was by Plushico. So those are the patterns for those that I made, other than the couple that were Instagram ones, which are listed on the Instagram video as well. Also, what else did I want to say? This is what happens when you don't stick with your video and then you go off on a tangent. So, what did I sell at the Raining Hope Ranch? I sold the Frankenstein squid. I sold the little derpy tiger. Oh, I sold the squid for $22. I think I said that's what I was going to charge for it at the end of the video. I sold the derpy tiger for $15. And actually, it wasn't even supposed to be one for sale. It was my granddaughter's. She brought it with her, and it was the only one I had done other than the one I sold at work. And it was sitting on the table, and this little girl come over, and she's like, she says to her mother, something to her mother, and her mother's like, well, ask them. And then she just stands there for a few minutes, and then finally the mother says, she wants to know if that little tiger on the table is for sale. I said, well, actually, it's not. It's my granddaughter's. I said, but I'm, halfway through making another one. If if you guys want to stop back by. And the little girl was like, she's very upset. So I looked at my granddaughter, and I was like, I want to sell it to her, and I'll just make you another one, because I had just made that one that morning. I mean, it wasn't old. She hadn't handled it and played with it and made a mess of it or anything. It was brand new still. So we sold that one to her, and I finished the other one, gave it to my granddaughter, and she was all, little girl was happy, my granddaughter was happy. Worked out great. So I sold one Will-o'-the-Wisp from my $5 bin. I sold one of those little gravestone keychains, the little gravestone basket that I showed you guys. I ended up taking them, and I put paper shreds in it from the Dollar Tree. You can buy the bags of paper shreds for party stuff. Put some of those in it, stuck a couple stickers in there, and stood the little ghost in it. So that one was a ghost one that I sold for $8. I sold my blue Kalani water dragon. Sold him for $40. Man stopped in with his son, and he said to his son, he says, what do you want? And the boy pointed to it. His father takes it off the hook, and I said, that's $40. Yep, okay. So he pays for it, and off they go. I see him go back and forth a couple of times, and the kid's just loving it, hugging it and holding it. And then close to the end of the day, he came back with his son and his daughter and bought 2 more things from me. So that was awesome. I don't remember which ones. I mean, I'm going to list everything that was bought, but I don't remember now which ones were his. I sold my other standing unicorn. I had sold the white one a while back. This time I sold the one that was in coral. The little girl thought it was a horse, and I wasn't going to correct her. So I sold the coral unicorn for $20. I sold the snake I made. I just made that snake. I sold it for $10. My granddaughter said I should have sold it for more. I sold another one of the little gravestone baskets. It was the spider. It was the black spider. I sold that one for $8. I sold one of my standing little sitting, well, it's kind of like a sitting, it's like the bullet bee, but they sit instead. They're kind of sitting on their butt, and the little antennas are up, and I don't have one to show you guys, but I made that a long time ago. And it is from a pattern, but it was way before I started doing videos. So I sold him for $10. I sold an emotional support pickle for $10. And my emotional support pickles, I literally just wing them. My bubbles are wherever they happen to land. I put them in a Ziploc bag with the tag, and that's it. I sold the, she wrote down Sylveon, but I don't think it was Sylveon. Let me check real quick here. Okay, that one was Vaporeon, so maybe it was Sylveon. The pink one that has the ribbon that goes in your ears. It was the Sylveon Cuddler that I stuffed and made into a stuffy, and I'm trying to remember who it is by. She's very, very popular. Everybody was doing her Pokemon inspired snugglers for a while there. I cannot think of her name. I'm so sorry. Pebble Crochet? I think it's Pebble Crochet. I do believe it's Pebble Crochet. She wrote down Chick Bunny. This is my granddaughter, mind you. Chick Bunny. Oh. Okay, I know what it is. It's the other bunny I made in the chicken overalls with the little chicken hat. I sold that one for $25. 35. She wrote down 25, but it was 35. I sold another emotional support pickle. Kitty in a pumpkin. That was a free Instagram one I made a while back. It was a little black kitty poking out of the top of a little pumpkin. The whole thing stood only about that tall. I sold that for $10. And I sold another one of my little kitties in the basket, the one that pops out, you know, the little baskets, that was also free on Instagram. I sold the white kitty one. And I sold him for $12. So that was a total of $235. Not bad. Not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll take it. What did I pay for this market? I don't remember. I think this one was 30, actually. This one was 30 as well. So not so bad. It's a pretty good profit margin. Not a bad day's work. I had a really good time being there with my granddaughter. I will insert some clips of my, not this fair, not the Rain and Hope one, but some of the Mossman Park one with my granddaughter with me, and just show you how close some of the vendors are. I mean, literally that one, they had a vendor like 2 stalls up from me, and I was so sad about that because she was clearly well known in town. I would have done so much better if I hadn't been so close to her, I think, but what are you gonna do? But I do have some clips of that one. I do not have any clips of the Rain and Hope one. I wish I had taken my recording equipment with me, but I didn't. I totally forgot it here at Mike's house, my boyfriend's. So I don't have any clips of that, but the horses were absolutely gorgeous. They were so beautiful. Raining Hope Ranch is a wonderful, wonderful rehabilitation center for horses that are going to be whatever. If they get taken away from a home where they've been abused, or if they're going to get put down for just because, or not for like health reasons or anything that would be better for them, but just because they have, I would say, probably 20 horses, and they do it all on a donation basis. So this whole thing was just to raise money for them to help offset the cost of taking care of these horses, and they were so beautiful. They were just absolutely beautiful. But I do have one more thing to show you. You can probably see it over here in the corner a little bit. I'm gonna go grab it. Okay, so I got these bags of polyester fiberfill. Doesn't really say the weight on it. It just says the size of the bag, which is 50 centimeters by 63 centimeters, which makes no sense. But anyway, this huge bag of polyfill. We have this store in town that's called Martin's. It's a surplus and salvage store, and geez, my hair is always such a mess. It was a surplus and salvage store, and they get a lot of things from closeout stores and stuff like that, or damaged. They'll buy lots and lots of damaged goods and then pick through it and sell what they can out of it and stuff. Anyways, I digress. They had these bags for I don't know if you can even see it. $6.99 for this bag. There, you can see it finally. Anyway, I bought 15 of them. They ought to last me the winter anyway, if nothing else. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining me. Stay tuned if you would like to for the little clip at the end of just a little quick peek at Mossman Park. It's really not much. It's just a couple little... I'm still very uncomfortable recording at an event and wandering around and recording things and people, and so I'm still a little not very good at that yet. I'll get braver. I'll do it eventually. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed and you like listening to a dingy, ditzy, middle-aged blonde on the verge of senility, crochet, and talk about her life, that's me. Anyways, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate you guys tuning in. It means the world to me. Bye, guys. I'm at beautiful Mossman Park in Searsport, Maine. There's a huge, huge soccer field here. And then we start with the vendor booths. And they make almost a complete circle around the park. 53 vendors. I'm number 49. Right there in the middle with the blue roof. Well, there's two with the blue roof. On the middle blue roof. There's a total of 6 crochet vendors here. Out of 53 spots, there are 6 crochet vendors. One of them is literally 2 tenths from me. There's me with the blue tent. Then there's a dark blue, pink, and then that white one is another crochet vendor. So it's been a little rough, but I've done okay. I think I'm close to $200 today, so that's not too bad. I think we have an hour to go. But so here is my setup. And there's my peanut lily. And some of my goodies. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen the lemon game. We try to balance.
Okay, thank you.
We try to balance a quarter on a lemon to win this cute little fella right here. So far, I think I'm up to about $30 in quarters, so not too bad.